It begins on a desolate beach. A woman walks along the cold sand, her eyes full of grief. That woman is Rebecca, and the story she carries is one of the most haunting romances ever told. A love story that defies time, morality, and even nature itself. Rebecca, as a child, met a boy named Thomas. They played, they laughed, they built the kind of innocent friendship that becomes the seed of something deeper. Fate separated them when Rebecca's mother moved her far away. But years later, as an adult, she returned to that lonely coastal town, and to her surprise and joy, she found Thomas again. The connection sparked instantly. No time had passed. The boy she once knew was now a man, and the feelings she had buried came flooding back. They walked the beaches together, spoke of their lives and dreams, and soon became inseparable. Their love was raw and real, a passion born from years of longing. Finally, they had found each other again. And then, without warning, it was torn away. A tragic accident took Thomas from her life. Rebecca was left broken, drowning in silence. She could not imagine a world without him. But in this world, science offered an unthinkable possibility. A radical new technology allowed humans to be cloned, carried to birth, and raised as if they had never been gone. It was controversial, condemned by many, but to Rebecca it was hope. She made her decision, against reason and morality. She would bring Thomas back. She carried his clone within her body. She gave birth to him. She raised him as her son. Yet to her, he was not simply a child. He was Thomas reborn. Every look, every smile, every moment was both joy and torment. She loved him as a mother, but inside her heart burned with the memory of the man she had lost. As years passed, the boy grew into a young man. The resemblance became undeniable. He laughed like Thomas, he spoke like Thomas, and for Rebecca, he was more than a son. He was the man she had once loved, returning piece by piece. This blurred line of love and obsession became her prison. She nurtured him, but longed for him. She gave him life, but silently yearned for his love. But what happens when the one you raise begins to feel the same pull? Thomas grew aware of who he truly was, not just a boy, but a shadow of something more. He began to sense Rebecca's hidden emotions, their unspoken bond tightening into something both tender and forbidden. Their relationship crossed the fragile boundary between mother and lover, and in that blurred space, they discovered both passion and torment. Yet the world outside could never understand. To others, it was wrong, unnatural. Rebecca's choice had created a love that could not exist without condemnation. Still, she could not let go of him. Even when he sought others, even when he tried to live a normal life, she remained bound to him by the chains of the past. The story of womb is not just about cloning. It is about grief so heavy it distorts morality. It is about love so desperate it rewrites the laws of nature. Rebecca could not accept loss. She could not accept time. She reached across science to recreate her love. But what she found was not peace, but a haunting cycle. A son who was also her lover. A love that was both eternal and impossible. The film leaves us with no easy answers, only the image of Rebecca forever trapped by her own choice. A woman who tried to conquer death and found herself bound to a romance that was both beautiful and unbearable. Womb is a story about the human heart, about how far we will go to hold on to the ones we love and the cost of not letting go. It is a tale of desire, grief, obsession, and the cruel reality that some loves cannot be reborn no matter how desperately we try.